right, let's talk about something we've probably all been through. You know that feeling at the start of a new relationship. It's just electric, isn't it? You're on the phone for hours, the texts are flying back and forth, and honestly, you just can't get enough of each other. But then what happens? A few months go by, and that intense spark, well, it starts to settle into something a little more comfortable. Maybe even too comfortable. And it kind of looks like this, right? You go from having a million things to talk about to, well, that awkward silence. You know the one. You talk, no, you talk. Suddenly it feels like you've run out of things to say. It happens to so many of us. But why? Why do those amazing marathon conversations just fizzle out? It can really leave you scratching your head, wondering what changed. Well, here's the thing. The problem usually isn't that the love is gone. Not at all. It's something much more subtle. It's a shift in the dynamic. And it all comes down to this idea of over-availability. Basically being too present, too available, can actually, believe it or not, make the whole thing feel a little less special. And this is such a perfect way to think about it. Imagine your absolute favorite food. For me, it's biryani. Now, what if you had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day? No matter how much you love it, you'd get tired of it, right? It's the exact same idea in our relationships. Too much of a good thing, even something as wonderful as your partner's company, can sometimes, well, it can make you stop appreciating it as much. And that brings us right to the heart of what we're talking about today, the availability paradox. It sounds a little weird, I know, but it's this idea that being constantly available, replying to texts instantly, always being free to talk, which seems like the most loving thing you can do, can actually have the opposite effect. It can accidentally lower your perceived value. So why does this happen? Well, it's all rooted in a really basic piece of human psychology called the scarcity principle. You see this everywhere in life. Why are diamonds so valuable? Or those limited edition sneakers? Because they're rare. We're just wired as humans to want things that are harder to get. And when you think about it in terms of relationships, it means that if the time you spend together is a little less common, it suddenly becomes way more precious. Here's a perfect example. Just think about text messages. If you get like 50 messages from someone every single day, it just becomes background noise, doesn't it? You might skim them, you might not even read them all. But what if you only get 2 or 3 really thoughtful messages a day? Oh, you're going to read those. You're going to look forward to them. Each one suddenly has so much more weight, more meaning than 100 little hays. Okay, so if being too available is the problem, what's the fix? Well, it's about learning to use this incredible, powerful tool, the power of being missed. It's all about making a small but really important shift in your mindset from trying to be always available to becoming always valued. And this quote, this really is the heart of the whole idea. To be remembered, it is necessary to be missed. Just think about that for a second. That little bit of absence, that space, that's what gives your partner a chance to actually think about you, to appreciate you, and, to get excited about hearing from you again. Honestly, it's just a basic part of being human. We get used to things that are always around. It's so easy to start taking them for granted, right? It's the distance, that little bit of space that gives those feelings of appreciation and, longing, a chance to actually grow. I mean, it's when you're missing someone that you really remember how much they mean to you. Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, but how would you actually do it? And how do you do it without feeling like you're playing some kind of mind game? That's super important. This is not about manipulation. It's about creating healthy, respectful space. So let's get practical. Here are 3 things you can start doing right away. All right, first up, pace your story. Seriously, don't give away your entire life story on the first date. Think of yourself like a great TV show. You want to leave them wanting the next episode, right? You don't want to be a movie that gives away the ending in the first 10 minutes. Keep some mystery. Then the second thing is to schedule your time. Instead of being on a call 24/7, maybe you have a specific time you talk each night. That little bit of structure builds so much anticipation. It turns your conversation into a real event, something you both genuinely look forward to. And finally, and this one is so important, protect your me time. Having your own life, your own hobbies, your own friends, that is not selfish, it is essential. When you value your own time and invest in yourself, you become a more interesting person, and you naturally teach other people to value your time too. So, what actually happens when you start doing this, when you start creating a little bit of healthy space? I get it can feel kind of scary at first. The big worry is this going to push them away? But what it really does is it acts like a test of how strong your connection really is. And here it is. This is the big fear, isn't it? But what if I create space and they just leave? And that is a totally fair question. It feels like a risk for sure, but it's a risk that's going to tell you something absolutely crucial about your relationship. The best way to think about it is like this. This whole strategy is a filter. If the connection was just superficial, kind of time pass, then that person might just drift away, and maybe that's a good thing. But If it's a real, genuine connection, that little bit of space will do the exact opposite. It will actually make them realize how much they miss you, how much they value you, and it will pull them in closer. See, for a true connection, a little bit of healthy space doesn't hurt it. It makes it so much stronger. The mutual respect skyrockets because you both have your own things going on. The feelings actually get deeper because you're giving them room to breathe and grow. And in the end, the whole relationship just becomes more solid, more real. So I want to leave you with this one thought. It kind of reframes this whole entire idea. Creating space isn't about playing hard to get or withholding yourself. Think of it as giving a gift. It's the gift of letting your partner miss you so they can remember all the reasons they were so drawn to you in the first place. So the real question is, are you giving your partner that gift?